Whew. All right. So this is the day after the election. Chances are, so I'm recording this show a few weeks before the election. Chances are there's not even a decision. Maybe. But it seems like everybody's gearing up for this thing to go for a long time. I lived through Bush, Gore, and the neutron bomb of diarrhea that was. And that is my second diarrhea reference of the show, and I don't even care. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I hope there's a clear answer this morning when we all woke up, but there may not be. But here's the deal. So it's a day after the election. Everybody's going to exhale, or everybody woke up and they inhaled. But here's my rules for moving forward. And you didn't ask for them, but you are listening to this podcast, so you can feel free to click off if you don't want to hear my rules, but here they are. Number one, if you didn't vote, you are silent for the next 4 years. You don't get to play. You chose to sit on the sidelines and go, yeah, get them, but you didn't do anything. You never even got on the field. So for 4 years, you have to just be quiet. You have to write poems and plant gardens and make your truck louder, whatever the thing is that you want to do. If you did vote, here's a couple of choices you have. You can choose to gloat and be an idiot and be like, yeah, we showed them, congratulations. We didn't show anybody anything. You voted your one vote. We all voted our one vote. And your candidate won. Great. We're all still on the same team. Gloating is number one. Number two, if your candidate didn't win, you can take your ball and go home. I'm sad, and I'm going to pout, and I'm going to throw a fit, and I'm going to demand this, and I'm going to... Look, that's not going to solve any problems either. You can take your ball and go home. I don't like how we're playing. But you voted. You played. And that means we're all in it together. Okay? The third option, which is I hope everyone does, is we can say, all right, whoever won. Period. I'm not going to fold my business up. I'm not going to pull all my money out of the market. I'm not going to dump all my money back into I'm going to choose to live locally, which is the only thing I can do. Like I can actually get my hands on. The only people I can get my arms around to hug and to care for. And I'm going to work really hard to make my local community better and stronger and more resilient. I don't care which side of the political aisle you are on in this thing. We all know this is out of control. And we've all been in yelling fights before, or fist fights before, or kickboxing matches before, where we feel it getting too hot and it's hard to back out. Well, it's the day after the election. Let's everybody just stop. Stop. And look at the person driving next to you right now. Look at the person mowing their yard in the grass in the yard next to you, and recognize them as a husband or a daughter or a father or a mother. As the owner of a cat, for God's sakes, right? The owner of a dog. Let's acknowledge them as people, and we have to figure this out together. And a executive politician is not going to solve kindness issues. It's not going to solve basic humanity issues. It's not going to solve the bajillions of trillions of dollars that we all collectively owe. Guys, it's my freaking grandkids are going to have to figure out what to do with that. It's my grandkids. It's my children. And it pisses me off. Enough with it. It's not our executive politicians that are going to solve our nutritional issues and our movement issues and our mental health challenges. They're just not. That crap's going to get solved with us. And so it's the day after the election. Everybody spit your mouthpieces out. Put your gloves down on the mats. And let's look across the arena at the people we've been swinging and kicking and punching and biting and kneeing and elbowing and all of it. And let's just say we're done. Same team. Same team. Let's don't gloat. Let's don't pick up our tennis rackets and go home. Same team. I want you to find somebody that you have not been cool to, that you've been a jerk to, that you've ignored, a family member that you told off halfway through the election cycle. I want you to call them today and say, hey, I love you and I'm sorry. I want you to swear off any sort of political nonsense for a couple of days. Recenter. I want you to send an email to your boss and say, hey, I appreciate you holding everything together. Send an email to your coworkers or a handwritten letter to your coworkers and say, hey, thanks for weathering this season with us. We got a lot of hard work to do. Let's go get it done. No gloating, no pouting. Guys, we got to solve this together. These are our kids. These are our grandkids. These are us. Let's go make it right. Okay? It's the day after the election. Hope we still are all here. I'm assuming we are. I hope the election's been decided. I don't know who won. That's why I'm doing this on the front end. But whatever happened, let's work together. Let's work together.